Hello and welcome back. Today I have another unboxing and test for you. This is another budget headphones that I got my hands on. Before I reveal what it is, I just want to say I apologize. I haven't had a chance to do a lot of videos of late, and this has been long overdue. But without further ado, let's get right into unboxing this headset. This is the Rapoo H100 that I happened to get my hands on. It's a very budget friendly headset, so let's see how well it performs and whether it's worth the spend and worth using at all. I use their computer accessories for my office work and also for home. They make really good keyboards as far as I know the product range goes, and now they've extended their product range to webcams and headsets. And I would say, for me, if I had to choose among brands for accessories in computer accessories, Logitech obviously would be number one generally across the board, and Rapoo would be number two. And however, I've noticed that a couple of options and accessories that I have bought in Rapoo have turned out to be better than I would expect from Logitech. So I wouldn't to be fair, I wouldn't compare it to Logitech generally, because Logitech is much larger in terms of product range, and they're much better. I'm sure you all would agree. I'm not sure how far this product is available beyond the UAE or this region, but it's easily available here in most of the supermarkets or electronic stores. So without further ado, let me just quickly mention the price. I managed to get it at a good price. It was on sale for 29 dirhams. That's less than $10, so roughly about $8, which is a steal, which for this headset. So as you can see in the packaging, it's just the headset in a normal packaging that you would receive most of the headsets. The good thing about it is it's got a couple of neat features. It's got volume dial control. It connects to 3.5 mm audio port, which means that you can use it across the board. You can use it with the computer and mobile devices. It's got HD voice call. We'll test that in the mic test further. And then high quality stereo audio output. I'm not sure how well that would work, but then we'll find out. And microphone noise reduction, which might come in handy for this price range if it really works. And adjustable rotation mic, which is really something that I would appreciate, because I noticed that most of the headphone brands, and now that everything has gone virtual and people make a lot of calls, they're so dependent on dedicated mics, to especially the environment that they work in. Like for me, and for instance, I work from home quite a lot. A lot of people do as well, and it could be a noisy environment, not really meant for a work sort of environment or ambience. So it's nice to have a noise cancelling mic and adjustable mic, just to have that flexibility, so you can push it to more of your comfort, to make sure that your listeners are listening to you well, and there's a little or no disturbance if possible. I wouldn't expect a lot from this, but these two features are really neat to have in this price range. And it's very lightweight, and I can feel it from the packaging itself, and I'm sure the headset itself is much lighter and comfortable to wear. And one of the other neat features it has is a microphone mute button. So if you have a microphone mute button, that really comes in handy in a lot of instances. I'm sure a lot of you who use headsets and with dedicated mic would agree. Yes, like every one of us, we started off using our mobile earphones that is packed in our mobile devices, and we use it for regular use. But of course, that doesn't really serve the purpose if you're regularly on Zoom or Teams, and it's good to have something like this, even if it's a cheap headset with a dedicated mic. The dedicated mic is the cliche, so that's what actually serves the real purpose. So without further ado, let's quickly get into unboxing. habitual. I kept a cutter by my side thinking I would need it, but I noticed that the packaging itself doesn't need a cutter. It's a very easy to repacking. I don't know for what purpose, but I've seen this packaging a lot, and I appreciate the fact that I don't have to cut it open. And just a quick backstory, this is a replacement unit. I just got another unit earlier today and it seemed to be faulty one. It's very rare, but one of the headsets, the right side of the headset didn't work, so I had to return it, and this is a replacement one. So as you can see, the headset itself comes with audio splitters. So if you have a computer with 2 ports, not a single 3.5 mm port, you can actually use this, and it comes in handy if you want to just use the mic alone or the headset alone in whatever scenario that you want to use this. It's good that it comes along with the headset. The headset itself is a plastic build, and funny enough, I don't know if you can actually notice it. I happened to see this gap right here in the headband, and I thought it was some manufacturing fault, but I don't know why they left it open. It looks a bit weird, but it really doesn't bother me. I mean, a headset is built good enough for its value. I wouldn't complain. It can stretch out all the way, and that's the maximum it'll stretch out. I wouldn't really need that. I have a small head, so I don't need it to be stretched out. So this is how it fits on my head, and the mic itself moves up and down. I can hear a confirmation click on every position I move it to, which is nice to have. And although I don't know if it'll wear out over time, but it wouldn't really bother me. The most important feature is the flexibility of the mic. So as you can see, I can bend it in whatever direction I want. So this is very important, especially all of us have different facial features, so it helps to customize it based on how close you want it to your mouth. As far as the build quality goes of the cable itself, it's pretty neat, well built, and this is the dial for the volume right here. It has a dedicated mute button right here, and also a clip on the flip side. It's nice to have that, so if you want to clip it, just to avoid it dangling around, it's good that you have that option as well. So I'm going to quickly get into the mic test, and we'll get into that right away. So as far as the headset goes, the audio quality seems pretty fine. Nothing great to mention, but it seems quite decent, and I wouldn't complain, although primarily this is not the purpose. I didn't buy it to use it for listening to music, but of course if that is something that you would plan on doing, and you just want to use it for both purposes, it will fairly serve the purpose as far as music listening goes. I'm going to try and adjust the volume and see how well that plays. Even at full volume it sounds pretty good, but that's not recommended. The mute function only works for mic. Alright, so I have the headset plugged into my recorder, and I have the mic set to an ideal position I would like it to for my usage. It's pretty comfortable overall. I would adjust it in a way that it doesn't seem distracting when I'm working, or to make sure it doesn't cause any sort of interference of that sort. And primarily, although it fits comfortably, although not firmly because of its build quality, but the fact that I like this one mainly because I'm not into gaming headsets, and they're huge to wear over a period of time. They can feel heavy depending on which headsets you use, and I prefer something like this, lightweight. I have another set of Sennheisers that I use for my work. I don't use it for anything other than work. So before this headset, I actually used these, but it doesn't have a dedicated boom mic like this one. It just has this inbuilt mic, and the reason why I use this is because it's very lightweight. The only thing I would miss using this headset in comparison to the Sennheisers is the folding option. So this is really good. So if I'm using it, I can actually just fold it on my neck, and it's comfortable. Same goes for storage if I'm carrying it. I believe this headsets don't have that option. It doesn't fold. There's only adjustment to this, to the headband, and that's about it. But I wouldn't complain for the price that I paid for it. I'm willing to keep this as an option for my travel purpose, and for mostly calls where I am required to speak a lot. I would rather use this one, mainly on Zoom calls or live events, virtual events. I would prefer to use something like this in comparison to something that I would dread using, the gaming headsets. I hope you like this video, and let me know what you think. Overall, about this headset, I will put a link in the description for the product itself, hoping that you will find it if you like it, and wherever you are in the region, and hopefully at a good discounted prices like I did as well. Until then, thank you for joining me, and stay tuned for the next one. Stay safe. Cheers.